I went looking for research to do for this video series of like research social workers should know. And this is the first one that came up in the Clinical Social Work Journal. And I was like, this is definitely for me and a lot of other social workers out there, especially in Canada. What Indigenous clients want social workers to know, a case study. 7 people, Indigenous people who were currently at the time of writing accessing social work services were asked, what do you wish social workers knew? And they shared and they talked about it and they had interviews, and these were their findings. Before I tell you the findings, though, I want you to, 1, read this whole article. A summary is not enough to be indigenizing social work and decolonizing it. Go read this article, and then number 2, and this is going to be a theme that's about to come up, go listen to Indigenous people. Go listen to Indigenous people more. We have a responsibility to listen to them, to compensate them for their time and effort and energy, to honor their time and energy, and to actually go engage with that. While we are jumping to the shared themes in the conclusion of the discussion section, I will say, reading this paper, I found especially there's a whole section on the literature review, which also has other background about social worker Indigenous relationships that are important to know as background. So, what were the things that Indigenous folks said they wish social workers knew? Big ones were knowing history, walking with trauma, knowing your prejudices, and making it about healing. Knowing history referred to in the article as like knowing specifics, being able to refer to specifics, and tracing how specifics of that history traces back to the client in front of you on that day. In the section on walking with trauma, they clarify that it's not just individual traumatic events that have happened to Indigenous people that social workers should know. It's understanding that trauma has been passed down through generations, that it is historical, but it's also within the communities. It is also experienced by the person at many points throughout their life and compounded by many other variables, which social workers need to be aware of and comfortable with. In the section on knowing your prejudice, really it's you should know where colonialism is showing up in your beliefs, how your beliefs may be white and imperialist and still colonial, and where that can be decolonized and indigenized. In the section on healing, almost every single participant talked about recognizing and honoring the many different ways of healing and healing that Indigenous people use. So encouraging Indigenous clients to use plants and sacred ceremonies and community and elders and land and language. I could go on and on for ages about this. Unfortunately, with social media, I'm usually limited to 3 minutes, so go read this article and go listen to Indigenous speakers.